dun da! Hello, everybody. It is Calxiyn and Hunter breaking news time at the Calxiyn and Hunter studios here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So we are talking about this, all right? Feast your eyes. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
So this was a promotional, material situation.
That's new.
Yes.
And then they're fighting Robyn.
Yeah. And so I sent this to Hunter, and I was like, Hunter, bitch, what the fuck?
At first I saw that, I was just like, I don't get it. It's just a tweet. It's not, oh my god!
So, okay, we have to just, again, show me the
Just out of
video.
curiosity, we got some new stuff where it's like, oh, and then they're fighting Robyn, but where are they? This raises a lot of questions.
A lot of questions, but luckily for you, Calxiyn News has the answers. Okay, great. So, Blake and Yang
appear to be exiting
very blurry
around a coffee shop.
Yes, and so my sort of theory is that this is their night off, apparently, right? And so I'm like, maybe we'll see the bees on a date next episode because this is their night off. So they're gonna go to a coffee shop and have a nice coffee.
Presumably, this coffee date is ruined by a riot that ensues at the end of the previous episode.
So their date is ruined by the riot, and so Blake does the logical thing, right? And I think these are police cars, so they're probably going to the state of the riot and stuff.
So she's trying to get across
Blake,
the street.
does this
her way across
right?
it.
Goes across the street,
and I feel like
you can see. Look at all these posters. Are these wanted posters for Robyn? Are they campaign? Those are 5 campaign posters on the same ass windows.
Those images are the images you want in a thing about, or the earlier one where we have, Weiss fighting the Grimm. Those are good things because they're kind of vague and they're actiony and they're sort of what we want. However, when you get very specific.
All right.
With them fighting, apparently Yang just jumping on her girlfriend's back.
Yeah, so they are legitimately both fighting Robyn. This is fighting with a capital F, okay? There's no way to get around this. Now, I will go through the rest of the pictures first, but yeah, so they are basically just, oh, that's Blake again. Don't know how that got there. Okay, so here's the thing about this, sis, is that I am sort of wondering, people are saying that this is the same alleyway, and so I just want to do a sort of side-by-side comparison right here. I don't know.
It doesn't look like. The lighting is certainly different. So it looks, if it was an alleyway, it would be a side street. Maybe the one that she jumps into.
Because people are saying that this is the same alleyway as the alleyway later where she fights Tyrion, but I don't know if that's true. There's just so many pictures here, guys. Bear with me. But yeah, so let's just... And so, yeah, I don't know.
Nope.
I don't think it is.
No, well,
because this is an open street.
Okay, well,
right?
Well, we should say the brick is kind of similar, and if you mind how there's sort of...
let's
Okay, so the brick, I think, is somewhat similar. Those lamps are fairly similar.
Yeah, the lamps, but the lamps are probably everywhere in the city.
I guess that's not a pipe, but the decal...
Yeah.
How it changes from
that. But see, they're on an outside street,
yeah.
but Yang and them, they're in an alleyway. They're down, they're basically sort of down a random ass alleyway. Yeah. Now, what could be interesting about this is that, Tyrion likes to hang out in the alleyways and wait for potential victims.
Murder people.
And so you sort of wonder, he was also in a dark alleyway like this, so maybe he could have been down there. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that these are 2 different places. Yeah. I just am. I do not think that they are the same place.
It should be said that, a lot of the time the fight scenes you never know with the scenes in the opening, because sometimes they're just suggestive, like the Adam Blake fight in Volume 4.
But this is an advertisement, and so that's what we have to remember
But we're talking about the alley and the Robyn.
I'm just saying, the Yang stuff, is directly from the show because it is an ad. It's a Twitter ad they're trying to promote or something, right? And so, yeah, this is my promote, it goes out to everyone and on random people's Twitter feeds or whatever. It's a paid promotion, is what I was trying to gesticulate with that. And so, here's the tea, okay? I'm pretty sure that Bumblebee date gets interrupted by the riot, and then they're like, oh,
misunderstanding?
I think it's it's because of the riot, and like Robyn's probably like low-key encouraging the riot, so they probably like, you know, see her running away, go after her, and like start to fight her, because right, they are technically like sort of under the Aesops, and the Aesops would probably like arrest Robyn and bring her in anyway, so it's sort of like this is their job. So they see Robyn and they're like, well, you know, break time's over, sis. Like, it's capture the Robyn O'Clock. And, they...
Time to incarcerate someone?
Yeah.
All right, boys.
Exactly, basically. And then they go fight her. And I feel like that, you know, Robyn will try to somehow taunt them and be like, you know, you're a faunus, like, don't you want to fight for equality? Like, jabs at Blake like that, and Yang's just like, don't talk to my girlfriend that way.
I don't think this is a
You know what I
sign
mean?
of, like, them being totally on opposite sides. The fight between Yang and Blake and Robyn. I feel if this does not mean they will be mortal enemies.
Yeah, because some people were like, oh, so the Crow fight is a three-way. Like, it's Tyrion versus Crow versus Robyn. And I'm like, I still don't think that's the case. Because Crow will still, at the end of the day,
it's a five-way.
Protect
Blake and Yang
Ironwood's image, right? You know what I mean? And they're basically, again, as we have theorized, that they're trying to kill Robyn on purpose to make Ironwood look bad and look like Ironwood like assassinated her.
Yes.
Like, we've talked about this theory again and again and again, and then Jacques will begrudgingly take second place, like from the council. He will be the backup, you know, council. You know what I mean? Because she's dead, and so he's runner up and he'll get it, right? Yes. And so we keep like talking about that, and so I'm like pretty sure that Crow is fighting with Robyn. He jumps off her sword. Or something. He jumps off her arm. Like, somebody jumps off something to attack Tyrion. Pretty sure that they're united then.
Yeah,
and that'll be a nice...
they're both folk in the opening. They certainly both look like they're focusing.
And that'll be a nice
Tyrion.
Contrast, because you have Yang and Blake both fighting Robyn, and then later you have Robyn and Crow both fighting Tyrion. Because think about that. It's like, you know, Blake is sort of the freedom fighter, former freedom fighter, whatever you want to call it, and then Yang is Crow's niece, right? And so then it's Crow who is... You understand the blood connection, and then the freedom fighter are fighting the bad guy, which is Tyrion.
I think that also kind of illustrates my point earlier.
Parallels.
I said that, you know, the fight between Blake and Yang and Robyn does not necessarily mean that they're mortal enemies. I feel like the real mortal enemies are, you know, Jacques or you know, Tyrion, who they also seem to
I had a dream last night. Okay, so I don't know. I had a bunch of RWBY dreams last night, like pieces of the episode, but I had a dream that Whitley, Watts, Jacques, and Willow were all eating at a table together.
Oh, boy.
Like a family dinner type situation. So if that happens, I am a prophet. If it doesn't, it was just a dream, guys. Don't take that too seriously.
Here's maybe a more kind of like...
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about something else, actually.
Theory when it comes to this.
After you're done, go ahead.
Potentially, what if Robyn is Neo?
Oh god, okay.
Because like, I don't think it will, but like,
no.
You know, it's been, but by this point, they would have caught up and they would have been in Atlas.
I think that was the other part of my dream. I think it was, I saw Neo in my dream and she had the black hair, like from the Vital tournament. I don't know why.
Pretty nice. I don't know, just a possibility that it might be Neo.
I mean, here's the thing. Nobody knows, like the public knows that Cinder is bad, and that Emerald is bad, and that Hazel is bad, and Mercury is bad. But they don't know that Neo's bad. Neo was never reported to the authorities. So
was she?
No, she was not on a wanted poster. So.
I mean, I guess she wasn't on a wanted poster, but I feel like
so they just don't know her.
I guess not. She's
she
less notorious.
And so, like, you know, they could use that. So here's the other thing I wanted to talk about, or maybe I'll rearrange this so this is the thing we talk about first. What is with the fucking Rooster Teeth accounts and just like fucking spoiling people?
Yeah,
lately?
it's really not.
Like the RWBY Twitter account, the Rooster Teeth official Twitter account. Like,
I feel as though this isn't the first time they've done something like this.
No, it's not. They've been doing it every single week. They've been spoiling something, like for the people that haven't been first members. Right now, this is a spoiler for everyone because nobody's seen it.
Which is just like, why would you do that, especially in an ad?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's to hype people up for next weekly. It could be a temporary ad that only runs until Saturday. But here's the fucking thing. Okay, do you know how much RWBY YouTubers get fucking flack for spoiling people, right? Even though our thumbnails could have the most mundane, like, oh, you put a picture of Ironwood there, that's a spoiler. People were whining to me.
Including that point, people said they spoiled you for an episode, even though the video that they said spoiled came out before
Yeah,
the
and
episode
so
where
here's
the
the other
prediction
thing.
came
So
true, so
we
we
did
got
a theory-
punished for being too correct.
We did a theory about Neo coming back. Okay, a month before she came back, we did that theory, and then somebody commented, and they were like, "You spoiled Neo for me, you fucking cow slut!" Like they just went off on me, and I was like, "Dude, it was a theory, and we were right. We did not spoil you. You are an idiot. Like what the fuck?"
Yeah.
And so here's the thing: we get so much flack, and I get that it's different. Like if you're on Twitter, right, you can choose not to follow the RWBY Twitter account.
Yes.
You can choose not to follow Rooster Teeth, but another YouTuber's videos may come into your recommendations anyway.
And also,
I get it.
Rooster Teeth might just, like, the ads might just show up.
And that's what I'm saying. So our videos may show up for you, right, unprompted or unwanted, and we accidentally spoil you on Ironwood being around, even though he was in the trailer. Like, I don't know, says, like, stuff like that. But, right, if they're showing this as an ad and they're promoting it and they sniff out that you're a RWBY fan because you did the hashtag once, right, it's targeted advertising, they are gonna spoil you too, okay? And so that is my argument, is that you guys have to get off our fucking dick, okay? Because obviously Rooster Teeth does not give a shit anymore, right? Because they're promoting these tweets that have spoilers in them, right? They're paying to promote them to people.
It
like,
must not be
you know
that
what I'm saying?
big. They mustn't, like, it have been a total oversight, or it just must
I don't
have...
think they care.
Maybe-
I legitimately think that
Maybe-
they are of the attitude now. If you
No,
don't have a first
I don't
membership,
know
you can
that.
go fuck yourself when
I
it
don't
comes
know
to
about
spoilers.
that. I mean,
No.
maybe in the Twitter account, yes. But when
Yeah.
it comes specifically to that ad where Robyn shows up, I feel like maybe that was supposed to roll out maybe next week
Maybe.
after that.
No, but I'm saying that with the Twitter account
But
in
the
general.
Twitter account
It's
is
like
right.
you.
But it's
and
also like if
know
you
what I mean?
follow, if you follow, I mean, any like Rooster Teeth related stuff, they're gonna spoil.
I just
stuff.
feel like, in a way, it's sort of, I don't know. And I don't think that this is a bad thing, right? This is a business move. If you don't want to be fucking spoiled, pay the $5 and get the fuck over it.
Get a friend who pays for, Rooster Teeth Plus.
I'm just saying, I'm tired of the fucking excuses, okay?
Convince them to start a Rooster Teeth-centric YouTube channel, right? Integrate yourself into the videos, and then if you're lucky, she'll give you the login. To that, I'd say,
pissy.
so we're looking forward to the Robyn, Blake, and Yang fight.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun. It should be interesting. It should develop their sort of relationship. I also find it interesting that for so long, especially in the early seasons of RWBY were on the outside, looking in on the establishment, and now they've kind of become the establishment. They're huntsmen, they have the knowledge, and they're holding out from other people. So I guess it's an interesting parallel. So Robyn can be like, hey, you losers, you sellouts, and then it actually makes a certain, and that might be character development,
I like that.
especially for Blake, and maybe even for RWBY.
I mean, Yang's there.
And Yang's there as well.
And Yang can think about it too, because like Raven's the spring maiden. Haven't told anyone about that yet, have you?
Oh,
you,
yeah,
Yang?
she hasn't she? Well, I mean, the spring maiden is kind of like
irrelevant now.
Raven
so.
Watch 2019, soon to be 2020.
God, what if that's what they talk about at the coffee shop? Like, Blake, there's something I have to tell you. And Blake is gonna think like, oh,
does she love me?
Yang is gonna ask me to be her girlfriend, and then Yang is just like,
so
my mom is a spring maiden, and Blake is like.
Thank you to all the patrons over on Patreon who support our channel. Their names will be showcased now.